Hello, Outlaw Nation, and welcome back to the Outlaw Dynasty, the Outlaw Insider, Week 9. Last week, a tough loss, 4 overtimes, 58-50 to number 12 Northwest Missouri. ESPN Instant Classic, but still a loss, so disappointing. But what an unbelievable ball game. 4 overtimes. J.R. Romero sets the school record for touchdown passes in a game with 6. Big Perk with 13 catches over 180 yards, a monster game. A lot to like about what happened, but in the end, it's a loss, and we don't like those. But some good things came out of it. Some of those being the upgrades. We have some upgrades for the OC and the DC, so we'll apply those. Take a look at the top 25 conference standings and look at the Mules of Central Missouri, see what they got. So let's get into it. Coordinator upgrades. So for DeAndre Morris, I think we're going to go with drop our first point into road closed to give us +1 block shedding. Hopefully get off those blocks a little quicker and get to the ball quicker to make tackles. So we're going to put that for DeAndre Morris. And then we'll go ahead and fill out the up tempo with full 3 points here to give us +6 to injury and a 50% increase in stamina. Hopefully we won't get tired on those long clock eating drives and be able to perform better on offense. So there are our upgrades for the coordinators. Upgrade, baby. Week 9, top 25. So Oregon didn't hold the number 1 spot very long. Minnesota, your new number 1. LSU 2, Nebraska 3, Georgia 4, USC 5, Iowa 6, Arkansas 7, Ole Miss 8, Northwest Missouri 9, and Oregon falls all the way to number 10. 11 through 20, UCLA, Penn State, Arizona, Army, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Arkansas State, Florida State, Oklahoma, and Washington round out 11 through 20. Texas Tech, Texas A&M, California, Florida, and Ohio State round out your Week 9 top 25. CUSA North Week 9 standings. We're still the cellar dwellers after last week. 1 and 2 in conference, 3 and 4 overall. Arkansas State, Central Missouri, and Arkansas Tech still all undefeated in conference, with Pitt State and Northwest both at 2 and 1. On the south side, Louisiana Tech, Texas State, UTEP, UTSA all tied at 1 and 2, with North Texas and New Mexico State still winless in conference. And that's a look at the Week 9 conference standings. Conference results from last week: our heartbreaking loss to Northwest in 4 overtimes, 58-50. Arkansas State beats North Texas in overtime, 34-31. Texas State beats UTEP 28-21. Pittsburgh State falls to Stanford in overtime, 37-34. La Tech 38, UTSA 14, and BYU knocks off New Mexico State 24-17. 3 overtime games in the conference last week. Some nail biters. Week 9. Of course, we host the Mules of Central Missouri. New Mexico State heads to Arkansas Tech. Texas State at UTSA. Pittsburgh State at Arkansas State. North Texas at Northwest. And La Tech heads to El Paso to take on the Miners. And that is the Week 9 schedule for CUSA. Let's talk some recruiting. Got some visits this week. Priority recruit Trayvon Henderson, tackle Carl Goins, Lance Thompson, and Adam Upshaw will all be visiting this week. So hopefully we can have a good performance and lock them up. After last week, we signed 4 guys, 4 commitments. So we got the tight end, Marlon Mayfield, number 17 overall tight end out of Fort Hood, Texas. David Simmons, JUCO outside linebacker from Texas. We got priority prospects, Tyrone Henderson signed, the wideout from Independence, and LaRon Ross, the halfback from Ardmore. Got those guys locked up. LaRon Ross, 92 speed, 94 excel. That's pretty much what I liked about him. Some speed at running back, maybe be a game breaker. Henderson also with some good acceleration and speed there, so hopefully he can add some more depth to the receiving core and step in and contribute as a freshman, which I think he can with Preston Johnson leaving. I think Henderson can just step right in and fill that role that Gabriel's in this year as Gabriel moves up the depth chart. Simmons probably get a lot of playing time at linebacker. He's a 73 overall. We don't have any linebackers in the 70s, even with the training results in the offseason. He should still have a shot to see the field. And Mayfield, Perk is a senior. We got a 58 overall freshman behind him in Peoples. I don't think his training results will even get him close to 65, so Mayfield could see a lot of playing time as a true freshman. Other recruits we're still battling for. Of course, Reese. We still hold the lead over Arizona State for him. Tyrone's brother, Trayvon Henderson. We got a good lead with him, but we are battling Central Missouri for him, and that's who we play this week on his visit. So hopefully we can put on a show for him and get that lead even bigger over the Mules. Big Dave Smith, still gaining points with him. Same with Corbett, Scott. Thompson's visiting this week. Hopefully we can lock him up, as is Upshaw. He's also visiting this week. Hopefully we can get him locked up and spread more of these points around to some of these other guys and load up our recruiting class. But that's a quick look at Cruton. Let's check out the Mules. Starting QB is going to be Quentin Miles, 6'5 junior, 85 overall. They do have an 84 backup, so good depth there. Starting halfback, 89 overall, Vincent Sanders, 6'2", 214. He looks like a solid running back. Fullbacks is 74 overall. Your top four wideouts go 83, 83, 82, 82. They got the whole unit there is at least 80, so that's a solid group of wide receivers for them. 70 overall tight end. O-line goes 86, 86, 76, 86, 84. So a better than average offensive line. D-line 82, 80, 91, and 89. So they got some pretty beefy defensive tackles, so the middle might be a tough place to send the running backs. Linebackers go 78, 84, and 86. Secondary 82, 77, 74 on your corners. 83 and 81 on free safety, 84 and 82. So I guess the corners are the best place to attack in the secondary. Hopefully we can make some plays out there on the edge and get the ball down the field. But that short passing game that we did last week with Northwest Missouri worked really well for Romero. He only threw one pick, and before overtime he had 3 touchdown passes. So hopefully we can continue that trend and keep working the offense that way with Romero to prevent turnovers and interceptions, because that was a first half of the season tendency that I didn't like. Kicker is a 78 overall. Punter's a 77 overall. Nothing too crazy there. They're a little more talented than us, but they're coming to our house, and hopefully we can play well, get these guys that are visiting committed, and get us another conference win this week. That's a quick look at the Mules. An overall look at the matchup. Of course, BBB for the Mules, DDD for us. They're going to lead in all the statistical categories except rush defense. We're still holding on to that number 2 ranking there at 122 yards a game. We got our 4 visits coming in this week with Henderson and Upshaw and the other 2 guys. And hopefully we can perform well and get them locked up. UCM leaders. Miles, of course, 1,500 yards passing, 19 touchdowns and only 5 picks. So he's having a solid year so far. Sanders with 493 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Roberson is going to be their leading receiver with 490 and 5 touchdown grabs. Leading tackler is Patterson. Most interceptions is Carlson, and Ball leads the Mules with 4 sacks. So those are going to be the players to keep an eye on for them. They're playmakers on offense and defense. With that last game and those 6 touchdown passes, Romero flipped his numbers from 7 touchdowns and 11 interceptions to 13 TDs and 12 interceptions. And Perk jumped way up there. His season total jumped up to 32 catches for 484 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that was nice to see. UCM schedule so far: USF, they knocked them out, shut out Utah, beat Eastern Michigan, lost by 1 to Rutgers, beat North Texas and Texas State. So not a juggernaut of a schedule, but they're winning ball games 5-1, and hopefully we can get us a win at home this week in Taco Casa Stadium. But that's a quick overall look at the matchup this week. There you have it. 86, 87, 60, 60, 61 for us. Mules, they're going to be running the spread offense. Defense looks like they're going to be running a 4-2-5. So something we need to prepare for. And of course, the Outlaws run the light speed offense, and our defense is the Book of Suffering. So hopefully we can execute both these playbooks well this week and get us a dub against the Mules. But that's going to be it for Week 9 Outlaw Insider. We appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. As always, we humbly ask that if you enjoy the Outlaw Dynasty and like what's going on here, please support the channel by giving us a like. It really helps out. Comment, share, subscribe, hoist trophies, win championships for the Tater Sports Network. My name is Chip D. Till next time, see ya.
You crazy mother.